Any mention for unlisted matter?
With your Lord's permission. My Lord, I am mentioning the PIL Monokumar versus State of Meghalaya. My Lord is seized of this matter which deals with illegal coke plants in Meghalaya. My Lords, we are filing an intervention application on behalf of 10 coke plants. My Lords, we are people with papers. We have the approvals. We are people who filed representations. We are not running away. We are people against whom there is on writing.
Look at it.
So, my Lord, just permission may be given for our impleadment application to be listed subject to my Lord's convenience.
File it will get listed in the usual course.
My Lord, if tomorrow, if my Lord directs.
Permission necessary. What's the tearing hurry? File it will appear in the usual course day after tomorrow or something.
My Lord, we'll file it right away. I was here from Delhi, so I was begging my Lord to take
tomorrow.
it. I'm so grateful. My Lord is so kind. So take it.
From supplementary list, item number 1.
May it please your Lordship. My Lord, this is an appeal from the judgment of the London Single Judge, my Lord. Now, in preferring the appeal, my Lord, there is a delay of about 84 days.
That's all right. What is the matter about?
No, the matter is, my Lord, with regard to entitlement of pension, your Lordships. Now, what happened in the university, my Lord? So, for pension is concerned, we are governed by CCS pension rules in 1972. Now, CCS pension rule, my Lord, 1972 remained in force, my Lord, till 31st December 2003. After that, it has been replaced by a new pension schemes. So those who enter the service of the university, my Lord, after the cut-off date, on or after the cut-off date, that is 1/1/2004, your Lordships, they are governed by the new pension scheme. Now, so far the writ petitioner, my Lord, is concerned, he joined the university, my Lord, in the first part of 2012. So, my Lord, while offering him the appointment, my Lord, we made inquiries because after the, my Lord, introduction of the cut-off date, certain clarification came from the ministry, my Lord, concerned ministry to the, with regard to mobility of, my Lord, personnel from, my Lord, one central department to another central department, where both the department are governed by CCS pension rules. In case if he makes a technical resignation, then the circular says then he will still be, if he has entered the service in other organization, my Lord, where CCS hold the field, then he would still be, my Lord, governed by the CCS pension rule. But with regard to, my Lord, further clarification came, my Lord, with regard to, my Lord, mobility from central government to from state government to central government. So in that question, my Lord, central government has notified and clarified, provided, my Lord, the service in the state government, under the state government is somewhat, my Lord, similar to a rule which is similar to, my Lord, CCS pension rule, they will still get the benefit. Now, so far this person is concerned, my Lord, the writ petitioner is concerned, my Lord, he was initially appointed in a deficit school in the state of Assam. So that school was subsequently provincialized, my Lord, in the year 2005. Provincialized. Brought under the government, your Lordship, in the year 2005. And his service has been regularized with effect from 2002. Now, my Lord, as per the Provincialization Act, my Lord, it provides that a government servant who has been, my Lord, in place in the college, he can opt for a regular pension under the pension scheme of the government of Assam, provided, my Lord, on the condition that so long the establishment was under, my Lord, contributory provident fund, he returns the government share, number one. And number two, the rule further provides, my Lord, he will have to open a GPF account also. GPF, these are the conditions, my Lord, two in conditions. Now, my Lord, so far GPF is concerned, my Lord, when he joined the university, he did not have a GPF account. Now, GPF account was ultimately, my Lord, allotted to him much after joining the university in the year 2013. And then normally, my Lord,
Joined in 2012.
Lordship, he joined in 12. In 13, my Lord, though he was on lien, my Lord, in 2013, my Lord, this was, my Lord, he was allotted a GPF account. And ultimately, my Lord, sometime in 2013, your Lordships, after he tendered his technical resignation, my Lord, after that his lien expired, he made a contribution. Now, how he made a contribution, my Lord, could not understand, because normally, my Lord, GPF account, it is the employer, my Lord, who made the deductions. So in their view of the matter, my Lord, while making the appointment, university in the offer made it very categorical that unless you can satisfy us that you were governed in earlier institution by a set of rules, pension rules, which is similar to the my lord, CCS pension rules, we may consider your case. My lord, he could not. So ultimately, in the offer of appointment, he would be governed by new pension scheme and not by CCS pension rules. Now, my lord, before the learned single judge, my lord, these were, my lord, pointed out. Now, learned single judge, my lord, without taking into consideration the requirement of the rules, number one, my lord, which say the contributory provident fund, my lord, the amount received from the government, that has to be returned, number one. Number two, there has to be a GPF account, my lord. Now, so far, my lord, CPF is concerned, my lord, he had returned that CPF. Because state of Assam also appeared, my lord, in this case, was a party and appeared before the learned single judge. Now, so far, my lord, GPF, my lord, he had no explanation. GPF was allotted to me much after he joined the university. Contribution was made, my lord, even after, my lord, the termination of his lien. So, my lord, here is my grievance, my lord. This, how I, my lord, agree by. Show me. Here.
Justified order.
Lordship, one more thing I failed to point out. Before joining the NEHU, Northeastern Hill University, he was in the service of, my lord, Central University of Jharkhand.
Yes.
Now, Jharkhand also, my lord, in his offer of appointment, my lord, they have categorically mentioned he would
But he
be,
carried the lien.
my lord, he would be governed by new pension
Carried the lien. He was in Jharkhand for 1 or 2 days and then he resigned from there and he carried the lien.
Lordships. So, my lord, as per the rules, my lord, categorically say, my lord, one of the condition is GPF. No, GPF was never, my lord, allotted.
Your condition was that you should produce certificate.
Lordship.
He produced certificate from previous employer, that B. Vacation College,
Lordship.
old pension scheme.
Lordship.
Number 1. Number 2, his contribution made in 2014
Lordship.
was in respect of the lien period and technically a few days after his technical resignation.
Lordship.
Justified.
Done.
The delay of about 84 days in preferring the appeal is condoned and the appeal is taken on board. Paragraph. The appeal is taken up for immediate consideration. Paragraph. The appellant questions the propriety of an order dated February 8, 2023, by which a writ petition instituted by the first respondent herein succeeded. Full stop. The writ petitioner claimed that he was entitled to the benefit under the old pension scheme, full stop, by the recent judgment of February 8, 2023, the single bench found that the writ petitioner was justified in his claim. Paragraph. The facts are undisputed and may be culled out from the impugned judgment. Full stop. The writ petitioner was appointed as a lecturer in English in B.B. Kishan College in the district of Barpeta in Assam, and his services were regularized on November 15, 2002. Full stop. The petitioner was then selected as an assistant professor in the Central University of Jharkhand and, after serving such university for only a few days, the petitioner accepted an appointment with the Northeast Hill University, the appellant herein, as assistant professor on or about June 27, 2002, full stop. Paragraph. The B.B. Kishan College was taken over by the Assam government by an act of 2005, full stop. The writ petitioner's services, which had been regularized on November 15, 2002, entitled the petitioner to pension, and he was brought under the GPF and allotted an account number, full stop. Section 7 of the Act of 2005 indicated that the existing employees were to be governed by the existing pension rules, with the proviso that employees who joined on or after February 1, 2005 would not be covered by the existing pension scheme, full stop. On the basis of the facts as aforesaid, the petitioner was covered by the old pension scheme, full stop. The petitioner gained paragraph. The petitioner gained appointment to the Central University of Jharkhand on December 12, 2011 and was granted lien for a period of 2 years by his previous employer for the purpose of joining such Central University, full stop. However, within a couple of months, the writ petitioner, whenever I say petitioner, writ petitioner, secured appointment as associate professor in the Department of English at NEHU, and the offer for appointment was issued on June 8, 2012. Full stop. The petitioner tendered his resignation from the Jharkhand University and he was granted a further lien of 2 years with effect from February 18, 2012. Full stop. In the letter of appointment, in the offer of appointment issued by NEHU, as aforesaid, it was specified that the writ petitioner would be governed by the new pension scheme as applicable to central government employees with effect from January 1, 2004. However, the relevant clause contained this further clarification, next line, open quote, ... small, in case his present service is governed by CCS pension rules, 1972, he shall be entitled to retirement benefits in accordance with the CCS pension rules 1972, subject to production of C capital certificates from the present employer stating that he is governed by CCS pension rules 1972. ... close quote. Paragraph. By its letter dated June 30, 2012, B.B. Kishan College, which was also arrayed as a respondent to the writ petition, informed the appellant herein that the writ petitioner was covered by the Assam Service (pension) closed rules 1969 and had been accorded lien leave for a period of 2 years with effect from February 18, 2012. Full stop. The letter also asserted that the writ petitioner had served as an assistant professor in the college from March 19, 2001 to February 17, 2012. Paragraph. The formal letter of appointment was issued by the appellant herein to the writ petitioner on July 12, 2012, after the receipt of the letter from B.B. Kishan College confirming that the writ petitioner was covered by the old pension scheme. Full stop. The communication between B.B. Kishan College and Nehu continued, and the appellant herein continued, with the appellant insisting that the writ petitioner was not covered by the old pension scheme. Full stop. It also transpires that the petitioner had been allotted a GPF number and the contribution and the writ petitioner's contribution was made therein only on March 14, 2014, after the completion of his period of lien and after he tendered his technical resignation to B.B. Kishan College. Full stop. At the same time, it was the writ petitioner's case that such money was in respect of the previous period that he was in service and which was covered by the lien, albeit the money having actually been tendered after the period of lien was over. Full stop. The appellant herein tried to impress the writ court by referring to the time of the writ petitioner's payment to the GPF account. Full stop. However, the single bench referred to the provisions of the Act of 2005, particularly Section 7 thereof, and the rules framed thereunder, to arrive at a conclusion that the writ petitioner was to be governed by the old pension scheme. Full stop. Towards such end, the writ court also referred to office memoranda issued by the Government of India on July 26, 2005, October 28, 2009 and March 18, 2014 stop. Several cases were cited on behalf of the parties, but in the end it was the fact that the writ petitioner's services were confirmed in the year 2002, together with the writ petitioner being covered by the old pension scheme during his stint in BB Kishan College, that weighed with the writ court in finding that an appropriate certificate had been produced by the writ petitioner in terms of the offer of appointment issued to the writ petitioner before a formal appointment letter was issued to him, full stop. In such circumstances, the writ court reasoned that the writ petitioner would be governed by the old pension scheme and not by the new pension scheme, full stop. Paragraph. The writ court took relevant considerations into account, applied its mind and came to a conclusion that the mere fact that there was a technical oversight on the part of the writ petitioner to tender the payment on account of his GPF contribution prior to his lien running out, would matter little, since the payment tendered was for the past period, full stop. Paragraph. Accordingly, since the judgment and order impugned rightly find in favor of the writ petitioner that he would be covered by the old pension scheme by virtue of his having been governed by such old pension scheme at BB Kishan College for a long period of time before he switched over to the Central University of Jharkhand and, then, to the appellant herein, full stop. There is no room for interference therewith, full stop. Accordingly, WA number so and so is dismissed. Paragraph MC so and so of 2023 is disposed of. There will, however, be no orders to costs. Yes.
From the main list, item number 1.
Yes, what is this?
May it please, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, due to some personal difficulty, learned DSGI is unable to appear.
Sorry?
Due to some personal difficulty, learned DSGI is unable to appear, Lordship, before this honourable court.
Wherein since an accommodation is sought on the personal ground of counsel, when? Next week?
Today, or 2 weeks, I think.
Lordship,
Let the matter appear a fortnight then.
Obliged, Lordship.
Deeply obliged.
Yes.
Item number 2.
What is this in respect of, Mr. Khan?
Lordship, this is the Joy bypass, Lordship. If I take your Lordship to page 2,
The Joy bypass, has it been repaired?
Lordship,
This is not the photograph of the Joy bypass.
this is the stretch, Lordship, 7.997.
Yes.
Starting from
Yes,
Mukla.
the one which is below is probably the one,
Lordship, yes.
not the top one.
Not the top, Lordship. Lordship, this is that starting point of 7.997 Mukla, which ends at Mihim to do.
Done now.
Yes, only
Only Lordship, out of 7.997, we have finished 5.30.
Out of?
Out of 7.997 kilometer, we have finished 5.300 kilometer. The balance is 2.
So which side is Thadlai Kishan now? What's it called? Thadlai side or the Mimin to do side?
Meaning to do side, Lordship.
Mimin to do side is left.
Lordship, two.
If my lord permits me to place some photographs.
my lord, I have received some photograph from the petitioner. My
This is
lord.
with regard to my lord.
Certain other stretch of road has been highlighted, my lord.
Which stretch is that?
This is bypass, lordship. This is Lumslong to lordship. Malidor, lordship.
Where?
Lumslong to Malidor, lordship.
East Joint
But that is not part of this stretch.
Actually, earlier it was. In fact, some repairing works were carried out. But subsequently, my lord, the condition of the road is very bad, lordship.
So what I submit, my lord, let my officers go and visit and
Very well.
In fact, with
We'll just keep it later in the week then.
lordship.
Let your officers go. The state says that.
No, my lord, I am appearing on behalf of the National Highway.
Very well. Very
Yes,
well,
my lord.
very well. The state submits that more or less 75% of the stretch of bypass between Thadleshkain and Mimintudu on the Jowai bypass has been repaired, and the remainder of the work is going on. Full stop. Paragraph. The petitioner does not dispute the state submission in such regard, but refers to the scope of the petition which pertains to the road, the entire stretch of the highway till Ratachera. Full stop. The petitioner submits that despite the previous assertion of the National Highways Authority of India to the effect that the entirety of the stretch except the Jowai bypass of slightly less than 8 kilometers had been repaired, how does the sentence go in the light of? Certain, last after the comma, certain photographs need to be seen that reveal the current state of stretches of road between
Lumsdong to Malidor, lordship.
and
Lumsdong to Malidor.
Lumsdong to
Malidor, lordship.
Under
We
Annex 6.
have mentioned the stretch, lordship, where the roads are bad.
Lumsdong.
This is beautiful.
At Lumsdong and several other places. Full stop. Paragraph. The photographs appear to be credible enough and appear to be taken in the afternoon of June 1, 2023. Full stop. Paragraph. It is unacceptable that even before the monsoons have set in, that large tracts of the principal thoroughfare through the state into the Barak Valley would be in such pitiable condition as demonstrated by the photographs, comma, despite the recent overhaul and repair thereof. Full stop. Since the National Highways Authority seeks some time to ascertain the position, comma, let the matter appear next week.
Next week, my lord.
Full stop. It is hoped that the entire stretch of the highway in the state till Ratachera, comma, including the Jowai bypass that the state has referred to, comma, would be in tip-top shape, even as the monsoons hit in the next fortnight.
Item number 3.
What is this about?
This is regarding the enforcement of load shedding, Your Lordship.
Sorry?
Load shedding, the electricity cut.
Yes.
No, Your Lordship, there is in the earlier order dated 5/05/2023 in para 7, certain observations were made, Your Lordship, where it says that equal
Order
distribution
dated?
of load shedding, para 7 of the last order, Lordship.
Para 7 of the last order.
Para 7 of the order dated 5/5/2023.
Yes. Affidavits should be filed within a fortnight.
Yes, they have filed the affidavit, but here observations were made like that distribution of load shedding, the hours, that equitable distribution of load shedding hours, and then alternative arrangement made for essential service like hospital, airport, and key installation. Your Lordship, to this effect, state government, the responding authorities, they have not done anything, they have not make any alternative arrangement. And it is same as it is prior to that. And moreover, Your Lordship, I've gone to their affidavit, Your Lordship, where they have mentioned certain things, measures, but Your Lordship, my humble submission is...
You file an affidavit and reply.
Lordship.
File an affidavit and reply dealing. Madam, for the places like hospitals and things, have you made alternative arrangements? Because
Yes,
there you cannot have even a second of
Correct,
power cuts. It has to be seamless. Because there's ICCU, which involves oxygen supply. Even if it's a minute, it might result in death.
Lordship, we have made, because these...
Yeah, they'll go over because of the temperature. Wherever you store vaccines, there, because they are temperature controlled, the vaccines will be ineffective if they are exposed to high temperature.
Those areas have been exempted from load shedding, Your Lordship. The hospitals...
The areas have been exempted. How are you
No,
exempting?
the hospital, because...
How are you exempting a primary health center?
No, they have a designated feeder, Your Lordship, so they get supply of electricity regularly, Your Lordship. Designated
indicated
feeder.
that.
That is what has been indicated in the
Very good.
affidavit.
Try and find out if this is incorrect.
It is incorrect, I have, because I've gone through it, it is only on paper.
Very well.
And then
you indicate
yes,
that this place here,
yes,
which is an essential installation,
yes,
does not receive electricity and is subjected to load shedding. Then we'll pull up the state.
Yes, yes.
Please also ask your officer who has affirmed this to be responsible, because we'll accept whatever you say. But if it is pointed out that that is incorrect, then of course we will be...
We will seek further instructions, Your Lordship.
Please ensure that if you want to detract, if you want to modify your affidavit, go ahead and do it. But please let us not be given things which are incorrect.
Correct, Your Lordship.
Because at the end of the day, he has sworn the affidavit. And we don't take things, incorrect statements on affidavits lying down.
I don't think, Your Lordship, they would make, he's a senior officer, Your Lordship, I do not think they would make such an incorrect statement. Huh?
That they should doubly check,
But we will seek further.
And in Lordship, that equal distribution of load shedding hours. But here in Garu Hills, it's 14 hours. 14 hours. 14 hours. Here, 11 hours.
Sir, the supply, source of supply in the Garo Hills is different from the source of supply over here. So when it means equitable, it means that if the source of supply is the same, then availability of power has to be checked. All areas have to be given equal amount of current and equal amount of load shedding. But you cannot equate Garo Hills with Khasi Hills because the source of power is different. There's a dam which is ready at Chibigre. Why is it not functional? The dam is ready. The turbines are not functional.
I don't have instructions on that, Your Lordship.
Right next to Nehu in Tura.
Yes.
You see, I have more information than you have.
Your Lordship, because no such instructions on that dam, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Your Lordship, if I may, I'm appearing for MECL, Your Lordship.
Yes.
And on the last date of hearing, Your Lordships had indicated about the transmission lines to jails of Bagmara and Nongpo.
Yes.
We had sent our officials, and as far as Nongpo is concerned, Your Lordship, we are in the process of repairing the transmission lines. These lines are 40 years, 30 years old, and because of which there is constant tripping of electricity. We are taking that into account and ensuring that at least to these two jails, there is constant supply of electricity.
That's at Nongpo. But as far as Bagmara is concerned, the entirety of the district does not have a high transmission line. That must be taken up, immediately.
We'll ensure, Your Lordship, as far as Bagmara jail is also concerned.
Not jail. We are not talking about jail. We are talking about the entirety of the South Garo Hills district. Is that south or southwest?
South Garo Hills.
That's South Garo Hills district. Plus, these people need electricity at Gaswapara for illegal mining and transportation. You're depriving them also, which is in the same district. Yes. An affidavit has been filed on behalf of the state. Since the petitioner seeks to contest some of the statements in such affidavit, let the matter appear a week hence for the petitioner's rejoinder to be filed. Full stop. The rejoinder should be served on advocate for the state at least a day before the next hearing. Full stop. The state should satisfy the court as to the veracity of the statements contained in the affidavit filed by it, should the petitioner indicate anything to the contrary. Yes.
Item number 4.
Yes.
Maybe please, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Your Lordship, this is a case that I have been appointed as state defense. However, Your Lordship, I have not queued completely.
Very good. Because we see on the first page, it says you're on leave from 5th to 9th.
Yes, Lordship. Actually, Your Lordship, the other day, one of my junior mentioned it, and Lordship.
No, that is a bad matter.
Yes.
That is that tainted teachers. There, no. You make some alternative arrangement. Since counsel for the appellant seeks some time, let the matter appear a fortnight hence.
Right.